What up, just Steve 50 JP in the house. Okay, I'm really surprised. Not in a bad, well, not really in a bad way, but just in a really shocked way. But in an informative shocked way. It's really interesting. Anyway, I read this book. Actually, I'm in the process of reading this book called that the Nation of Islam had published about Jewish people and what they were doing in throughout history in the colonies and in Brazil and all of these things. You guys read the information in the book. It's really interesting. I don't want to spoil anything for you. However, and the name of the book is called The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and, I'll use the proper name, Jewish, but it's not Jewish, but I'll use the proper name, Jewish. And it's really, it's kind of messed up, a lot of things that happen and stuff, dealing with a lot of things. But then at the same time, as you come to America, when you start talking about America, it's kind of funny in a way, you know. And what I mean by funny in a way is how they kept together as a unit to help each other, and they were just out for their goals and stuff that they set. And not saying that it's a good way or it's a bad thing or anything like that, but it's just really interesting, and it's almost more or less like a book that you can train yourself with, you know, as far as, you know, how to get together and form a group or organization or whatever, you know, company, and then you guys work together regardless of the obstacles or anything that you may encounter and stuff. But it's just really some interesting things. Okay, the way I read books and the way and man, this traffic is terrible. Gosh, I knew I should have went the other way. Oh, this is gonna be like this the whole time. I don't need to get that, man. It's crazy. I gotta go all the way back. And anyway, it's a really interesting book, and another thing about the book is that it's all the references and everything are from Jewish rabbis and their history. I mean, the things that they wrote. So it's nothing that no one else put their thoughts or something like that. It's all from their sources and stuff, you know. And it's really interesting. And I just want to say something that, like, my friends and stuff, my white friends and stuff, you know, I used to always think something was really wrong with a lot of things that was going on and stuff. And one thing about slavery that I really couldn't understand was, why would, you know, if, like, my friend said, like, well, white people this, white people that, and I would think to myself, because there are lots of poor white people in America. I mean, there are a whole bunch of them, you know. I mean, even welfare wasn't made to help black people, it was for white people and stuff like that. And I just always think to myself, you know, why would white people enslave blacks and make all this money and not share this money with other white people? You know, because some people are like, well, you know, y'all this and that, you know, saying things. And I would like, well, you know, if white people love, you know, each other so much that they would have hired you guys to do the work instead of, you know, having black people doing it. And they still would have made a lot of money and stuff, right? But then you kind of find out who did this and that. And I mean, I don't even want to spoil anything about the book. It is just very interesting, and the book it went international. I mean, basically it's just a history book, except for it just includes a few things in there that we learned in school that wasn't in there, you know. And it's just really incredible. I mean, it's a book I think I'm just keep reading and get the resources and stuff like that. I have videos and stuff and my favorites that I favorite and stuff like that. But it's, I guess, the book, I guess some people might get upset or something like that, you know. But my feeling is this: if anyone, I mean, you live in your house and you live with your mother and your father. And your father might be beating on your mom, and she's in slavery, and abused and stuff like that. Or wives nowadays, these wives, they're stronger than the men, and they're just verbally abusing these men and these guys. I mean, even in Japan, that's why I write about these women. I mean, these girls out here are beautiful and everything, but if you don't come out here with Too Short on your mind, then it's going to get bad, because these girls out here, they ruthless, and I'm just saying, so it's not so much the slavery thing or anything, the issue. It was just how it, just what happened behind it. And what's really interesting about the book is you can see the economical, the social, the religious, and the other benefits and stuff that are not other benefits, like those are benefits, but I'm saying like other things that actually you can learn from this book. I mean, it's really very, very interesting, and you're like, wow. I mean, it's like, I used to talk about Too Short, and his songs, but you read that book and you're talking about somebody playing somebody and gangster, and oh man, I mean, that book is just interesting. I mean, it is just straight interesting. It just opened up your eyes to a lot of stuff. You're like, oh my goodness, and it just makes you just want to do better, It just really makes you want to do better. And it's just interesting. I mean, I got a lot of things and thoughts and stuff, I'm not going to say those because it don't really matter or anything, but it's just really interesting. So if you get a chance, check out the book. It's just a history book. Even the Congress of Library of Congress wanted one. It's in practically all the universities in the United States. A lot of international countries, foreign countries and stuff like that got this book, and it's just really, really good information. And it's nothing condemning the people in it or anything. It's just saying what they wrote. It's just a collection of what they wrote. What is it called? An anthology or something like that, or whatever. But anyway, it's just, I don't know, it's just really interesting, and I suggest that everyone read that book. And it's, man, I'm reading it now, and and if you really, really, really are a true person who wants to succeed, and whether good or bad, it doesn't even matter. But it's almost like, actually, it's kind of funny. Not that people get hurt or anything, but it's just kind of funny what happened. You're like, wow, you're like, wow, and it's almost like this one book that I read called Catch Me If You Can. And when I'm reading this book, I'm thinking about that book, and I'm like, wow. It's just so easy to fool people, and I'm not even gonna say nothing about the African stuff, because I don't know. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I wouldn't say the Africans, about us and our ancestors and stuff, and I don't know why we went through that stuff, and they got all these things on TV about it's a curse. I don't believe in all that curse stuff, and I don't know, man. It's just strange. But anyway, just check it out. It's really good. Teach your kids. Talk about it with your friends. There's nothing to get upset, because I'll tell you what, you got brothers out there who pimp women on the streets all day long. Just they doing it. Everybody's doing it. So I'm just saying, if you want to learn from the best, read that book, because if you're a true player, you're a true player to the game, man. You can't do nothing but just say like, wow, and I might get a lot of heat on this, and a lot of people might get upset, but it's like this, I'm in Japan, and I'll talk about my life.